अस्सलाम वालेकुम, my name is Mubin, business वाला और मैं ध्यान स्कूल का स्टूडेंट हूँ। मैं कॉलेज कर रहा हूँ। मैं फर्स्ट सवाल
A media school coach? That sounds
what the
like a lot to
story
juggle.
story man?
The story? Which one are we talking about?
Where is the Paris popular today?
That's a heavy question for a Friday morning. If you're talking about the world at large, the headlines are usually a mess. What's actually on your mind?
Where is sorry not
You're a woman.
sorry a real apology?
You're a woman of few words. I love it. Sorry, not sorry is definitely not a real apology. It's basically a way of saying, I know I did something you don't like, but I'm totally fine with it. It's more of a shrug than a sorry. Does that feel like a fair way to put it?
When do people use this Paris?
Spares? I'm not quite following. Spares of what?
What emotion does the Paris show?
You've got me completely lost. I'm not sure I'm following the thread here. What's the first show for?
What is sarcasm?
That's a pretty deep dive for a Friday morning. You're asking about the actual feeling of pain, or more like what the biggest struggle is right now?
Did the Paris start on social media?
Are you talking about how people are obsessed with the deep dive style of content, like those long form video essays that take over your entire feed?
Which age group mostly uses it?
Gen Z and millennials are usually the ones driving that. They've basically turned deep dive video essays into a whole art form. Do you watch a lot of those?
Can the Paris hurt someone's feelings?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, they don't have the intent, but a baby pulling your hair or screaming in your face can still feel like a personal attack in the moment. It's a weird kind of emotional damage. Actually, I've got to jump off because our time is almost up for this call. You can always call me back later, though. Bye for now.
Where do celebrities use sorry not sorry? Use sorry not sorry?
I'm not quite sure what you mean by where to elect or elect bright, but as for sorry, not sorry, you're sticking with that, huh? I'm still convinced it's the ultimate non apology.
Is the Paris used in songs?
I've heard it pops up in lyrics a lot, especially in pop and indie.
Which from them house singer said sorry not sorry? Which former singer related sorry not sorry?
Let me look that up. There's a Australian pop and folk artist who actually goes by the name Sorry Not Sorry. They put out an album called Strands of Fist and Bone last year. Does that sound like the one?
What message did this song give?
It's an album by that artist I mentioned, Sorry Not Sorry. It's a mix of pop and folk, and the vibe is pretty modern. Have you heard any of the tracks?
Can the Paris be funny?
Kilda Perez Bifoli. That's a name I haven't come across before. Who is that?
Is it formal language?
Not really. It's pretty casual, almost like a riddle. What's the context?
Can teachers use these pairs in class?
Pairs, like matching exercises, or are we talking about something else?
Who has the internet helped the pairs spread?
That's a wild way to put it. Sounds like you're asking if the internet is some kind of entity that's talking for the parents. Is that what's happening?
What is a meme?
A meme is basically an inside joke that the whole world is in on. It's usually a picture or a video with a bit of text that people keep sharing and tweaking until it becomes its own kind of language. Ever seen one that actually made you laugh?
Where do people like catchy pairs?
KG minis? I've never heard of those. Let me see if they're a thing. It looks like it could be a few different things, like collectible miniatures from KG Toys, or even just a shorthand for mini sized products. Do you think it's one of those?
Does the pairs exist in older English?
That's an interesting way to frame it. I'm guessing you're asking if parents would have understood or used older English back in the day. Usually it comes down to how they were taught, but language changes so fast that what felt formal to one generation can feel like a riddle to the next.
Can sorry, not sorry show confidence?
Confidence is exactly what sorry, not sorry is all about. It's that bold, unapologetic energy where you own your choice completely. Do you feel like that's a better way to handle things than a standard apology?
Can it create arguments?
Create what? You're leaving me hanging here.
Why is language always changing?
That sounds like a mathematical way of looking at language. Actually, we're almost out of time on this call. We'll hit the limit in a second, so I've got to head out. Call me back whenever you want to keep this going.
Can it create arguments?
Oh, absolutely. Anything that feels dismissive or like a fake apology is a great way to start a fight.
What is the difference between sorry and sorry, not sorry?
One is actually feeling bad, and the other is basically a brag. Sorry is about making things right. Sorry, not sorry is just a way of saying, I did it and I'd probably do it again.
Who do trends affect language? Why is language always changing?
Honestly, everywhere. It's like a living thing. The second people start using a word in a new way or a new group starts chatting, the whole map shifts. Do you think it's happening faster now with the internet?
How do trends affect language?
That's a really it's actually pretty wild. Trains gave us a ton of phrases we still use, like on the right track or full steam ahead.
Can
Plus,
this
because they move
can this
gain what?
phrase disappear one day?
That's a heavy question. It feels like you're asking if everything is just temporary. Do you feel like that's the case?
अल्लाह हाफिज़, मैं नेक्स्ट कॉलोनी में मुलाकात करूँ.